Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dire Bear, and welcome to Falskallan Nights. I am your humble host, the Bard with no name. I am currently without makeup and dress because I'm tired. I also forgot to turn my phone ringer off. Give me a second. Perfect timing. Yes.
And yet
That
he
was the
still
absolute
looks
most
so
perfect
good.
time to do that. Well, that just completely threw up my groove.
But you're still groovy.
Thank you, honey. Now that we've gotten that whole distraction out of the way, we're going to go into our sponsors tonight. First of all, D&D Beyond. Thank D&D Beyond for sponsoring us, because if we didn't have them, well, we wouldn't have income money. Or one source of income. Another one would be that we have all our character sheets put together, a bunch of dungeon master tools, which helps me out, especially for finding monsters to throw at these motherfuckers. Seeing as no matter what I do, they still get away with it. But that's alright. I also want to say that we have a merch store. So if you go to Streamlabs at Dire Bear, you'll be able to find everything that pertains to Dire Bear merchandise. We've got a couple of shirts, a couple of stickers. I believe that's it right now. We will be getting more things out up and running with more of our local artists, because without them, we wouldn't be able to grow, and it helps us grow if you purchase our thing. I would highly recommend doing. With that, I think that is everything. So, let's get into tonight's episode of Falskallan Nights. Last time on Falskallan Nights, Solemn Lilacs Harvest Festival is underway, being closely watched by the town's guard, Violet Fury, and Team Them. Knowing that the cult Lai Sharas would strike again during this time of celebration, as per the intel that was recovered from. The night's air was crisp, and the smell of food was palpable to a druid's heart. The crowd, although with a little bit of tension, were in a general festive mood. After speeches were made by Carplin Wilmander, the mayor Menestad, and Violet Fury, fireworks were launched into the air to show celebration. It wasn't too long after that it started to turn for the worse. The ground started to shake. The giant bonfire in the middle of the festival grounds started wicking and bursting with flames. Faster, harder, frantic. A fiery arm, then a leg, two. A form of the gigantic proportions stepped out. The crowd started to panic. The guards, stepping into action, after spending a week with Spleen learning the intricacies of fighting elemental, stepped into the ring with Violet Fury, taking the summoned fire and earth elementals on. Knowing what quarry Team Them was looking for, They finally found her, a halfling girl riding on a nightmare, flying over the festival, and causing more and more chaos. Starting to feel the heat from the crowd, she left the festival grounds with Team Them hot in pursuit. After a brief jaunt and a few well placed shots, she was forced down into one of the Noon Square district's neighborhoods. Facing her foes, Izana turned and unleashed a torrent of furious spells, causing pain, destruction, and a turtle. Having the whimsy and the gall to change Halsterian into a turtle. The group had tried their hardest, but they couldn't stop Izana and her nightmare from fading into the darkness. With the smell of burning in the air, the group ran back, having spotted Castle Menestad on fire. They ran, ran, running into the grounds, find Berwick, the guard commander, coordinating a rescue and relief efforts. With few people still inside and unaccounted for, Team Them went right in. Going straight to the library, searching for any survivors, found Orland Felderwin's body crumpled over a stack of Scrubber's motionless metallic body in a corner. But luckily, they had found attenuate Flemish hearts and his scrubs in a safe room. Getting them out, they head back in. During this time, Turtle Sterion had back into his normal form, ready to go and help and fight. But scouring the rest of the castle, while under flames, the group was trying to survive the heat and the smoke, desperately trying to find other members of the castle. But eventually coming up on Major Pinmo and his mastiff Daisy, barricaded behind his office doors, breaking through and getting them out. The hunters of evil finally had a chance to the castle aflame and the first aid of the Soul Weavers Consortium in. Team Them, you're resting on the side,
Mhm.
the property grounds of Castle Menestad. So the general
Um,
commotion of everything that is going on has subsided mostly. The castle's aflame, and at this point, it's kind of just letting it because it's what has been caught on fire is more than likely not going to change the fact that they try and fight it right now.
yeah.
And the Soul Weavers Consortiums, the first responders, are there taking care of any sort of cuts, bruises, smoke inhalation damages, and everything that goes with that. You were all tired after getting your asses handed to you by Izana and then running headfirst into a fire.
Mhm.
Warwick is still out and about coordinating the efforts, and when it comes to that, a couple of the ministers that were inside have been out and they're out. You hear a little bit of the commotion. People coughing heavily, smell of smoke and like burning is in the air. It's not that it's like that with the heat from the castle flames plus the crisp cold autumn air
Mhm.
adds this real certainty of like feels like it's gonna get rougher from here.
What is Burek doing?
He's still coordinating people left and right, and making sure people are tended to properly. He
Mhm.
has his guards. Yeah,
Okay.
he has his guards that are kind of like there with him, like his captains and sergeants, kind of
Mhm.
just shooting orders out left and right,
Mhm.
kind of just being the coordinator, really.
Yep. Um, we also saved Lieutenant Pimmo.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's currently being looked after by one of the first responders,
Mhm.
and him and Daisy are kinda just sitting off on the side right now.
Mhm.
Himbo's half coughing, half not choking, just, like, he's having a hard time breathing.
Mhm.
We got the dog out, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he rode out on Daisy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm going to jog up to Burek. Oi, Burek!
Ugh. "Oi, what's up?"
Have we heard from Violet or the mayor? Anything from them? Any message thing?
"I haven't heard anything from Fury, and I haven't heard anything from Carplin. As far as I
Hey.
know, they're still at the festival grounds. By the
Yeah.
way, how's that looking down there?"
It looked fine when we passed by. It looked like they're handling it fine. The soldiers are keeping the elementals and the cultists at bay. They seem to actually have the upper hand, especially with Violet on their side.
The
Not too
prick
worried.
doesn't know how to die, that's for sure.
Well, I'm fighting the urge to go and check on him, but we got too much going on here. I don't know any other places that got hit really hard. It's just the center and then saw the castle on fire. I wonder how Underground's doing, actually.
Howard calls out from sprawled out on the ground nearby. I can send one message, but that's it right now.
Right? If you want to send a message, you do what you have to.
Who do you want it to?
Hmm. Check in with Fury.
Okay. And I will just, like, without opening eyes, just kind of cast message.
You hear off in the background before you're sending them. Like Spleen and Berwick are having a chat, and all you hear is like, "Hey, what are you doing with that? Don't you put that down?" He points at one of his sergeants. It looks like he's carrying a giant crate of plates. "What do they need fucking plates for? Put that thing down. Get to helping people."
Well, shit, now I'm hungry.
Serving some whoop ass on a silver platter. That's what it's for. Ah, shit.
So I will cast sending before taking a short rest. To Fury, just something along the lines of Fury, how are things looking over there? Have you seen the mayor? Do you need us back down there? That's it.
You still have 8 words.
Are you pooping? Yeah. Spleen says, fuck you.
You hear a couple seconds later, "We dealt with everything down here. Festival grounds are clear. Did a fine good job training these folks. We'll be coming back up very soon. How's everything up there?"
And I don't have another slot to respond with. That was my last thing at 3rd level or higher right now.
What'd he say? Is he dead?
He said everything's pretty much under control over there. They should be making their way here soon. Okay, I'm taking a nap.
He said that?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's me. I'm taking a nap.
Oh,
Uh,
I don't suppose we're crashing here tonight.
No.
What did
We
they-
shouldn't be near that castle. Or even in the courtyard. There's a lot of flammable things here.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Maybe find another place to rest our heads, lick our
Eh,
wounds.
Somewhere with
Well,
booze.
Yep,
if the
strong
festival
drink.
grounds is clear, really we should probably start moving the injured to a center ground. Places that, well, we got a hold of already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess we can do that too.
Yeah, we need to gather up the wounded. Right now we're super vulnerable.
Well, if Yuri's gonna rally on here anyway, we might as well just take a quick moment and recuperate. Let Howard get some shut eye if nothing else. I've lost track of things. Is Hal still a turtle?
No. No, he landed on me. He sat on my face. I
Yeah.
remember that. I'll never forget it.
Well, I ain't anyone to judge.
I will.
Joke's on you, I'm into being judged.
All right then, you hussy. Look confusedly over at Yimmer and sort of shrug.
Uh, I'm just a little bit exhausted, I think. I might just have a little rest next to Howard over here then. Bit smoky in there.
Alright, fine, a short rest.
All right.
You guys start sitting down and taking the hour to take this short rest. It's relaxing for given the circumstance that's going on right now, but you see that a lot of the Soul Weaver, like the consortium, is actually like they're actually coming in, taking care of everything, and taking whoever seriously needs it out to one of the nearby hospitals that they have out in the military ward.
Mm-hmm.
During this hour, you see just like everybody who to leave, and also Fury comes up with some of the captains, sergeants. As soon as you see like one of the Soul Weavers with them, a couple of them had gone into Noon Square to help out and heal whoever it was. At that point, you see this giant gash coming right across Violet Fury's face. He got looks like he got hit hard. And comes and walks up. He notices you guys, gives you a nod, and goes right over immediately to Pinmo. Well, what happened? Pinmo looks up. I honestly don't know. I was in my office, started smelling smoke. I heard a large crashing happen. As soon as I tried to get out, open the door, I couldn't get it. Couldn't push the door open. I was locked in. Violet Fury. How the hell did this happen? What's going on?
Currently, there was an inside man. One of the library folk, can't remember the name.
Library.
Yeah, you can never trust them book readers. Shifty bunch they are.
Who's missing? Who's accounted for? Seem to have everything from Flemish. Flemish Heart is there, kind of taking over some of the what the scribs were doing, just kind of like basic nurse work, just trying to help out. He points up, says, "Honestly, it was Garnom who had come out of nowhere, stabbed Orland. tried to retaliate, but at that point, flames started bursting everywhere. One of my scribs started throwing fire everywhere, but given the size of the flames, I don't think it was caused by one of my guys.
Well, that might be me misremembering. I ain't used to being around this many smart folk.
Hmm. As soon as the fire happened, we had to hide. So I grabbed as many scribs as I could. I wanted to grab Orland, but the fires were starting to get massive, and going forward seemed impossible. I'm only attuned for information gathering, not getting out, getting myself into situations. If it wasn't for these guys here, I wouldn't have been able to get out. I don't think so. Violet. All right. So it was Garnom that killed Orland. Was he the one who orchestrated this? And I honestly don't know. Everything is just fucking chaos right now. Did we fail our plan? Did we really do what we set out to succeed on? Fury looks up. I don't know, my friend. I don't know. But it looks like you've been through hell. Get some rest. I'll try and find out any information I can. He points to Sabrick, Diamondback, and Yimmer. I need information from Sabrick. You guys are gonna have to go and find him.
I think we can do that.
Points to Howard and you know where Gelvin is, right?
Yeah, he's here and there. Probably underground.
You have a better chance of contacting them than I do. I want to know what he saw, what he heard, if anything had happened, movements of people, if anything. That goes for the both of you as well. Looks over at Diamond.
That scratch on your face, by the way. You want some healing for that?
No, that's perfectly
No.
okay.
Yeah, no. I think it looks good. It will heal up nicely. It'll be really cool. It'll be a cool story.
And the Violet Fury comes up to Yimmer and Diamondback. He points to the scar and says, Sabrak gave me this scar. If he wants out of my debt, he's going to give me the information he knows. Period.
And would that take him out of your debt then? Is that
That's a
what you're saying?
discussion between him and I, but I am absolutely serious that if I don't receive anything of worthwhile, I'm going to take it out on him.
Okay, I will be sure to convey that quite clearly.
I sense tension.
Perfect. You have your orders. Move.
Yes, sir.
Is this during the short rest, or is this like the end of it?
This is kind of like during,
Okay.
but given that like you guys are kind of like
We're sitting.
at this point, wibbly wobbly, you're gonna get a short rest regardless.
Howard is just knocked the fuck out this whole conversation. That's why I asked.
Is anybody using hit dice?
Yeah, I already
Yeah.
did.
I am.
Oh, cool. Gonna sing a
Yeah.
little song of rest to give you guys an extra D8 on that.
Sweet.
Ooh,
A
So-
date?
what does that look like? That's the one.
Aw, that's a one.
So yeah,
I'm gonna
Diamondback.
use. Oh, good. Sorry. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm just announcing I'm going to use 5 hit dice.
You said a D8?
D8. So yeah, Diamondback just kind of pulls out his lute and plays a sort of more somber tune. Just sings out. As I walk alone through the ghost fields that remain, down the barren roads, I recall your ways. She bends with the winds and he shifts like sand. I try to explain, but I'm not an eloquent man. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Murder by death?
That's bad. So you guys get your short rest. You heal your points up. You both start making your ways down the center line. You see a bunch of guards running up and yelling, "Fury, Bjork, got got reports. There's reports of a girl flying on a firing horse on the east of Menestad. Looks like she's leaving outside of Meadham's Meadows."
Shit, princess.
You guys start walking further and further, and then you notice both Galvin and Sabrak coming up.
Oh.
It was easy.
Yeah. Shit. Oi! You
Galvin.
two fucks!
Yeah, Galvin walks up. Hello, how's it going?
It's going.
Bye. Yeah, I heard. But that's all right. I'm gonna have a talk with Violet.
And Violet wants us to have a talk with you.
Great. Then come with us. Sabrak.
Sebrick. You know, I didn't learn that well. Just
Yes, you do.
yeah.
This means one in the pink.
You learned hand gobbledygook. Don't you lie.
Just sock puppets.
Mhm.
He's looking at you, but he's full intent on walking right up to Violet.
Okay, well then I sign properly what Violet said to us.
He goes, knowledge. You did your job. You had one job on this trip.
Yeah.
It's a stupid job, but I'm gonna do it.
And that's the easiest conversation we've ever had with him.
Yeah.
Gelman comes up,
Still
goes
gonna
up
say
to
we-
Violet.
not.
So what the hell is going on here? I'm sure as hell not going to be blamed for this one. Violet. Oh, I might just have to blame you for this. But we'll have to see. If you're here, that means you've got something. Gelman looks up. Sabrak here tells me. One of the boys. One of your boys there. That half-orc. I saw him, he was spotted out on the docks in the military. Grabbing a boat. Going down south. Violet. South. South. My reports are right. Lumen guy is reports that they're closed. This makes no sense. Yaman looks. Here's what I heard. What my birds told. That's okay, love. Like I said, I'm not letting this thing come back to me. I swear. I'm not gonna let you blame me or my boy here, Sabrak. Sabrak looks up. Violet, you do realize I know you can speak, right?
What?
I know, I said the same thing.
Speak,
Exactly.
motherfucker! I dare you. I mean, you can whisper in my ear.
Zabrak is just looking dead, intent at Violet Fury.
Oh, the
Fury
tension's
looks
back.
back. And then all you hear in the background is, "Oh, for God's sake. Fury, get the stick out of your ass before I take it and beat you with it." Pinmo just says across the field. Fury just turns around. "You want to say that to my face again?" "Oh. Oh. Daisy, come on." Daisy, the Mastiff, comes up in this beautiful brown. Hops on. "Ugh. If I'm gonna have to wrestle you for this, take you down myself, I will fucking do it." Fury walks up. They meet head to head. Just two dead stares. Then you just see a toothy smile, widening grin, happen on Violet Fury. He takes his axe and he chucks it across the fucking courtyard. "I've had enough of losing. I need to take my aim at something. I think one of these trees will be..."
Well, if she's fleeing east and you think that we can catch her, I can cast fly on 3 people total right now. But it's only gonna last an hour.
How many people in the guild? Anyone else around?
Well, just that old lady.
Where's
That's a
Razcat? I need
good
his voice
question.
again. I think from the British bar. Interesting.
We're losing you a bit there,
Seem
JC.
to be running short on people. Well, I guess it comes down to this. Do you want to go after the woman? Or do you want to go after the person who attacked the castle?
I mean, that's your call. You're the one in charge.
Well, what's the tactical advantage between both of them?
We know a lot of the information from her already. We don't know much of any information from him.
Other than he attacked the castle.
Yeah,
And
that can't fly.
Killed one of the other mages.
Killed one of the other mages, Flemish Heart comes in. And he did take the lockets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I may not be smart. That's kind of it.
Well said. Well said.
Well, after all,
I
given
would.
a-
What? Sorry, my ears are ringing real bad from this fight. I think I pressed the eardrum. Go ahead.
No, it's all you. It's all you.
I really want to freaking destroy that girl's dreams and her bones, but I think going for that traitor, that mole, is more worthwhile.
Plus, he's not liable to, vanish into hell on us anytime soon without our leave.
Bullshit.
Yep.
Bullshit.
And Yim and I did nearly get hit by a dragon trying to get at least one of them lockets, so this feels a tiny bit personal.
Yeah, one of them has a girlfriend.
Those lockets are extra planar.
Wait,
We should
what?
probably prioritize that.
You have a girlfriend in there? When did that happen?
What? What are you talking about? It's none of your business. She's mine.
Well, that's why she's your girlfriend.
Yes. Well, it can't even be. It might not even be her. I mean, they can. People can have the same name and be different people.
Wait, do you know where your girlfriend is?
Yeah, she's dead.
You know, I'm
Wait,
very interested in this topic, but the longer we wait, the longer both of them get away.
Okay, well then, what are we doing then? Get off the ground, Howard.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I can only cast it on 3 of us.
What?
Unless one of you wants to carry me, I might be best off casting it on y'all and letting you go ahead.
You also got to remember Halsterian is about as well.
Mm-hmm.
I say, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Put it on short stack here.
You're going to be able to catch them much faster in the air, Spleen.
You guys are going to go after Garnom. I'll send my men. Or better yet, Berwick. Yes, Fieri. You're going to send your men after that woman. And Berwick looks up. Whatever, you're the boss. Let's do this. All right. He turns around. Hey, you fuckers! You. Kind of goes back into commander mode.
Eric,
Hey,
she's got this fucking weird ass horse. Don't let her stay on that horse, or she's gone.
Yeah.
Kill the horse, or separate them.
got it. I'll tell my men to do that. Is there anything else?
She's
And Jarok or Elris. Jarok. Sorry, I'm kind of.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many NPCs, man.
Mm-hmm. Especially right here
NPC
in front of
number
the
3.
castle.
NPC number
Elris
4.
and Jarok. My God, I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
Jarok pipes up. That thing, if it's what I think it is a nightmare. So it has the ability to shift through planes at whim.
She's a decent spellcaster too. She
Yeah.
burns some against us, but be careful.
All right, that's the case. Obviously, fire's not going to work against a thing like that. But yeah, separation. If you want her alive and a lot there, separate them. Other than that, you might have to deal with a flying target. Be prepared.
Yeah, it's shit. Good luck.
Berwick looks over. Oh, I'm not going. I'm sending my guys to do that.
What?
I'm a commander. I stay put.
Well, you fuck shit up.
I used to fuck shit up.
Okay, fine, whatever.
I'm gonna kind of look over at Hal, make some eye contact. Both of us look over at Elris. You know what? We'll stay here and keep an eye on Elris. You 3 go. Catch the fucking traitor. You've got an hour, and this will wear off. Be careful not to be too high. And I'm gonna touch
That's all good.
each of them and cast Fly on all 3 of them. You 3 have a 60-foot move speed for an hour.
Nice.
Flying speed.
Oh.
I've never flown For real?
Yeah.
This is kind of new.
Well, and don't worry about falling. I got something for that.
It doesn't work horizontal.
No, it won't
Nope.
stop us like move it. But you know, if it,
It's
I
a
got
story
something,
for another
okay.
time. Just Howard just
Forgot
kind of
about
looks at the ground, just like
Just a heads up.
just when I think I got you folks figured.
Whee!
So you guys
Here we go.
You guys are flying. You guys get cast flying. You jump up and head up into the night sky. You get a better view of Menestad, but before I get into this, Howard, what are you gonna do?
uh with Hal, I'll probably help move things as people need, do whatever I can around everything that's going on at the castle, as well as keeping an eye on Elris. Last I remember, he had passed the fuck out.
Yeah, Elris is still being taken care of. Actually, he had gotten carted away.
Yeah, we'll keep checking in on him because we got to take care of our marshmallow boy.
After a
He's
little
gonna
big
have-
bag.
He's gonna have trauma, and we got to take care of that as best we can.
Oh, can't I can't wait to give a golden retriever metal scars.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Golden
Yeah.
retriever, I introduce to you hose
Yeah.
or vacuum cleaner.
I know, vacuum cleaner.
That's the
Yep.
Ugh.
All right, you guys, you start doing that. You start helping out. Pinmo, Berwick start kind of giving you orders, what to do, where to go, how to help out, better organization, and that'll be what you'll be doing throughout this time.
Yeah, once I'm not worried about after an hour passes and I don't have to worry about fly, I'll start casting with Hal floating discs to help move whatever needs moving.
Mm-hmm. All right, yeah, you definitely start doing that. So for the fly crew, you head up into the Menestad sky, and you definitely see the fire that that is encompassing Castle Menestad. It's pretty impressive for a stone structure to have this much flame come out of it. Definitely looks like, even with just like a natural intellect, it's not hard to figure out that, okay, this was definitely specifically targeted. This wasn't accidental. You look over to the rest of Menestad and you see what is Noon Square. The flames subdued, but you still see the smoke from the big bonfire that has been lit. Town's kind of quiet. What is it that you're going to do?
Where are we going?
South.
Yeah,
Okay.
along the river, I guess.
Yeah, we gotta look for a boat.
So you start following the Almond River. I would like for all of you to make perception checks at disadvantage because this is night and you're going into dark territory.
I have supervision.
Vision.
At disadvantage, please.
Like,
Oh, you fucker.
Damn it all.
Damn it all.
Because you got to think of it this way. You're trying to look for something in the dead of night, following outside of city limits.
like
Even
I
if
have,
you have dark vision,
I
it's
have
still
devil sight.
Hmm?
I have devil sight.
devil's
Like,
sight.
What is
like
that?
super dark vision.
It's like
Devil's
100 20 or
The
so.
heck
Yeah,
is
I
Read
bet.
it out to me, please.
Light day. Packed moon.
Ooh,
Damn it,
bright.
where the hell is it?
Devil's Sight. You can see normally in darkness both magically and non-magical to a distance of 120 feet.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
More
bright.
powerful and twice the range.
Not bad.
Okay. So then, I mean, depending on how high you guys are, it'd still be fairly difficult to try and pinpoint something. So, Yimmer, yeah, if you're going to be flying over, you can do it at normal, but the rest of you would be at disadvantage.
Yep.
Thank you.
An
Fine star.
11 from me.
14 for me.
14. Yimmer?
17 plus perception. 23.
23. Okay. You're flying through the first little bit of the river. It kind of does a sidewinder, and it's this large. It is a very large river. It's almost kind of like Mississippi. Not Mississippi size, but about a good 3/4 of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fairly wide.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to weave through and look over and do a search pattern while you're trying to fly over it, it's fairly difficult. The fact that there's no active boats on this river makes it even harder to try and pinpoint because sometimes you hear sounds of rushing water or sounds of the waves crash, like heavier waves crashing into the shoreline, and it's kind of throwing off everything that's going. Even though Yimmer, yeah, you've got pretty good vision in a wider range, it's still fairly difficult. Something along these. And how far out are you guys going to be going during this hour? Because you're pretty much like, I say this first perception check is about 20 minutes. Getting down to the water line and then start to go down south, because I'm assuming you're going south to,
Yeah.
Mhm.
to see if you can find any tracks or start following any beacon that might hit you.
Well, I'm good to go the full hour.
All right.
Hold on. So can um can I find like any sort of flying creatures in the sky right now?
Flying creatures in the sky.
Yeah, whether that be out there.
Okay, so then I would like for you to make a perception check at disadvantage. I'd like everybody to make another round of perception checks or investigation, whatever one works for you.
Ooh, that's not bad.
But
Yeah, I can have choice.
and like I keep asking, I'll ask this question: how far down the river are you guys willing to go?
When it gets to like 30 minutes, 'cause at the 20-minute point, I want to use my beast sense. And I got a dirty 20.
You got a dirty 20
Yeah,
on a disadvantage.
yeah.
Nice.
19
Okay,
and a 15. It was pretty good.
nice.
Plus 5.
Diamondback,
Landed myself a nice little 14.
nice little 14. Which one did you use? Perception or investigation?
Perception.
Okay, and Yimmer.
Got perception 17.
17. All right. Continuing on, I'm assuming you're going to be going another couple miles for sure, trying to fly and weave through to see what you can see. Another 20 minutes goes by, still not picking up anything.
Are we getting close to an hour?
Yeah, I think might have to turn back unless we want to walk back.
Yeah.
And
Nah.
for your beast sense, because at the the end of the 20 minutes, you start actively trying to look for beasts. Describe to me beast sense.
I think I move. You touch a willing beast for the duration of this. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. I think I need to do speak with animals. Is the one I'm getting confused. But speak with animals is still um it's a self thing. But you gain the ability of comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for a duration.
Mm-hmm.
The knowledge and awareness of many beasts is limited by their intelligence, but at minimum, beasts can give you information about nearby locations and monsters, including whatever they can perceive or have perceived within the past day. You might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the GM discretion.
Okay. So then you is there a range on that? Because you say that you can sense beasts. Like,
It does no range. It's just self. I cast on myself, and for 10 minutes, I can talk to animals. So I'm wanting to look for a beast and then be like cast.
looking at yourself. Okay. You again. It's in the middle of the night,
Mhm.
and darkness has shrouded a lot of this.
No problem. Just mark that off.
It's hard to find a lot, especially when you're trying to do it in the cover of night.
No problem. Hey, where's the tray?
All right. Coming up to the last 20 minutes, you guys push forward. Because at this point, I'm assuming like you've probably gone a good like. Correct me if you want to change it up, but I still think you've gone a good 5 to 10 down
Mm-hmm.
down the river, looking
Mhm.
and searching.
Mm-hmm.
So like somewhere in between there, that much.
When was he spotted? What did they say when he was spotted? Because, like, dang, he's gone.
Yeah.
Or did he just cross the river and then get off?
Not sure. It did mention a town south of here he might have been headed towards. Choice I guess we gotta make now is if we want to keep flying forward and, I don't know, maybe camp out under the stars tonight, see if we can make our way there tomorrow, or turn back.
Yeah.
I just find it a bit hard to believe that he got away. At least this far so quickly.
Yeah, that's
I
why I'm like,
might
did he actually take the river?
I think because there were all those other rivers, like the underground ones. Thinking might have been one of those. I wasn't looking for those, so it might be something worth checking out. But I don't know if we want to do that now or head back or regroup.
Gonna be a hell of a long walk back home.
Eh. Well, I mean, I'm always into a hunt, but we should probably regroup.
Yeah, I'd be right there with you with the hunt. We just don't really have a trail.
Yeah, we could just be walking and walking and walking is nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm running low on magic. Well, let's see how much farther back we can get. We're probably camping out tonight anyhow.
So you're gonna push forward more and attempt to make a walk back then?
No, we're heading back.
Yeah, gonna.
Okay.
Like we're
So then
just
I would
going
like for all of
right
you to
back.
make another round of perception or investigation.
Not bad.
Come on, natty 20. Natty
This is
8. Ugh,
this is disadvantage.
Yeah, for spleen and diamondback.
So like that.
18.
18?
17.
16.
Nice.
Okay.
So again, you guys turn around and start flying. Still kind of doing like kind of a sweep pattern,
Mhm.
heading back up the river. You kind of keep it lower to the ground this time, realizing that okay, you might be coming closer to the end of the fly limit. Yeah.
Diamondback is
I know.
actually going to keep like a pretty decent altitude until the end of it.
Yeah. It's at this point that Spleen, you notice a couple of deer grazing on the side of the river. You don't know how you missed it beforehand, but you see them that they were grazing.
Oh, wait. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, so you're still flying in the air.
Okay. Cast, and I'd like to go down towards it, kind of a distance away
Yeah.
to not startle them.
The way I see this right now is all of you guys are hovering above the river as it's running. So that's
Mhm.
where I see
Well-
how your kind of your approach is.
Yeah. I'd have maneuvered myself over dry land at some point.
Mm-hmm. So I kind of just like rattle some of the animal bones and stuff, and just to be like a focus for casting it, and attuning to nature and my animal totems, and speak out towards the deer.
Yeah.
Hey
Actually,
guys.
okay.
Hello.
They're eating and you start saying hi, hello. You see these two beautiful like white ear-tipped deers and just like classic does just grazing at the side, and you just hear they both stick their head up, look at you.
Hi. Can you understand me?
Yes.
Yeah, awesome, sweet. Okay. Oh, I'm so happy to see you. So, my two friends over here are looking for someone. And you guys are great at spotting stuff and hearing shit. You're great. You're awesome. Was there a guy or some sort of creature that went down this river on a big wooden, like, boat thingy structure? It looks like a floaty thing on the water that passed by.
Yeah, there was a person there.
Oh,
We were just grazing and well saw that thing going across the water. I don't understand it, but I mean, there was a lot of yelling.
yelling? Was he yelling, or that thing yelling at someone, or was he alone or with people
No,
or
no,
creatures?
just a lot of noise coming from it.
Huh.
Had to hide in the bushes for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that person is really scary and very bad. So we are trying to stop this bad thing. Scary predator. How long ago did they go by?
I don't know. She turns to the other doe. I don't know either. Oh, I don't know. Not that long ago, though. How to describe time by a deer?
I know. Mm. Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. And
Peace.
they both go, and all you hear is a snap in the woods, and
So what did Diamondback and Yimmer hear this entire time?
eh, eh,
It's just like growls from Spleen.
uh,
croak and squawk noises.
Well, this is either going to work or we're dead.
So, I think we should change plan and keep following the river. He definitely went past here and he was yelling. Don't know if he was alone or not, but they saw him.
Wait, turn back?
No,
Alright.
instead of going back, we should keep going.
Well, that works for me.
Okay.
I think. Wait, yeah,
As this happens, Howard. So you're helping with the Soul Weavers. Are you doing nurse duty or like you're just general grunting and laboring at this point? Whatever you can then do to help.
You're muted.
You're muted.
No, I'm not. Wherever they need me, really, I'm dragging ass at half speed, but I will mention to Fury at one point that we might be able to get more information if one of the Soul Weavers can enable us to speak with Brain. The one who got stabbed starts with an O.
Orland.
Yes.
Orland Felderwind.
I was like, I just typed the name.
Fury looks up. I'm not too sure which one of these guys can do that. It's probably best to ask them. And so you're still kind of like helping out and moving. One of the older dwarf soul weavers come up. Oh, honey, look at you. You're so tired looking. Look, come here. And she kind of just grabs you by the face and brings you down. Oh, yeah, you're tired. I can tell. Yeah. You're adorable. But you get some rest. You've already done too much. Done way too much. I can tell. Just look at your eyes. You kind of just peels your eye open. Dilated. Oh. Concussion? No. Did you get hit in the head recently?
Yeah, a little bit.
As a child.
Looks like a concussion. All right. Doctor's orders. Sit your ass down.
Yeah, but we need more information. I could still do more.
You take that mentality, shove it up your ass. What information? What kind of information are you looking for?
Well, we're trying to find out anything we can from Orland. I mean, I can't do it, but maybe one of you can.
Are you talking about trying to speak with the dead? Oh, well, you should have asked me. I can do that.
That would be greatly helpful.
That's all right. I'm still very spry. Let's do this. Kind of just still has you by the cheek and.
I'm gonna grab Fury if I can. I don't know how much he's in the middle of running and stuff. Just
Fury's kind of going back and forth at this point. It's kind of just seems if you're gonna do this, it's kind of be on your own volition.
Yep.
Yeah. You see this.
Pinmo is also busy.
Pinmo is also coordinating. Like every major figure is kind of doing in their own corner, coordinating, and your efforts are held and maintained.
Let me go look at what the spell does, because I don't remember the specifics. Thank you, D&DBR. Speak with dead.
Hashtag sponsored content.
I mean, that's where I went to go look for Devil's Sight. Thank you, DDBO.
Yeah, true.
Even does julienne fries.
Let's see. Can ask it 5 questions.
Yep.
Okay.
Start thinking. What color's your underwear?
I can look at it, but I want you to tell me.
So how are you?
How are you?
Wait, no, that wasn't a question. Does that count as a question? No!
What am I doing? Wait, no! Ah, I don't like this. Oh, I would fail. Who done did this?
So, first question would probably be...
Oop, hold on.
Hmm?
So you see this dwarf, this older dwarven woman. She's got her hair up into like a singular bun, very tight, but you see like the weathered face. Just it has seen a lifetime of pain and anguish, but still puts on a very bright smile and has this cheery demeanor. There's a warmth, a very loving, and gentle warmth that comes. She comes up to the comes up to Orland. Is this the one they're looking for? Okay,
Yes.
give me a second. She starts rummaging through her components pouches. There we go. And stick in. Stick. Ah. Do you have a flint on you?
Start rummaging around. Here you go.
Ah, perfect. Thank you. Lights all the instant incense sticks on fire. Breathes in. You're raising her hand up, her eyes open, and you see almost a bright light almost get taken over by a pure darkness, and then her eyes come back to her normal. See the body starting to shift, twitch. Whatever air was left in the lungs come to the throat. All right, speaking of 5 questions.
Orland, did you find out anything new about the lockets?
No, nothing yet.
Hmm. Were there any other traders besides Garmon?
Did this? It was just focused in my.
What were you working on when it happened?
Looking up other planes, seeing what was connected to this.
What planes do you think were connected to it?
All of them. Infinite.
Hmm. All of them. All of them. Do you think all of them were connected to each locket?
I don't know. Possibly.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's bad. I gotta go find Jarok. And I will thank her and start walking away.
As the last question leaves, you see what the air that was in the lungs and in the throat release out. You see the tenseness of his body loose again. See this halfling, this crazy haired halfling just sprawled out lifeless, motionless in front of you. The smell of incense still burning in the air. Dwarvish lady looks up. Did you find what you're looking for?
Not really sure what I was looking for, but I found a lot. And it's never better news. Yet. We're gonna turn this around. Just
Turn
when.
around.
She takes your hand and kind of cups her other hand over top. It's a large night. It's a really big night. Just happened. It's okay.
Yeah.
You seem like a smart lad. She just does the hard hand hit, and she, as much as she was gentle with it, it's still like you just
Like,
got a bear claw
oh.
to the side of the face. This very well calloused and well worked set of hands.
Sometimes it seems I'm never smart enough, but I'll keep pushing. Do what I can.
Sorry. You rest. As that's happening, back to the other crew.
Why, Yimmer, you are not certain. Wait, should we go back? Don't. I don't want to mess up.
Well, are we going? We were going back to
Yeah.
meet
But
up.
but they're definitely on a boat though. They're definitely on a boat going that way. So if we go back, they're gonna keep going the boatway, and we're going back to town. Get Hal and Howard. They're gonna be like gone. Who knows where they're gonna be? But if we keep going, maybe eventually we can catch up.
Okay, just
Yeah.
we've already gone, didn't see them, then started coming back. So I don't know how much more we can go forward again before we start walking.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know how long an hour is.
yeah, me neither. But way I look at it, we're, at least in my mind, we're closer to where we want to be in terms of tracking these folk than we were when we started and would be if we kept on going back now. My mind's for going forward.
Okay.
Yeah, my gut's telling me that we should track this guy. Or it might just be gas. I can't tell these days. But, I don't want to come back empty-handed.
Yeah, me neither.
Understood. Well, let's get going.
You guys start pushing forward. You're coming up to about 5 or 10 minutes left. Fly spell.
Yeah, pushing it
You
real
all-
hard.
I maintain altitude.
I would say push it. Oh, man.
Get started.
Oh, well, let me know when it happens.
Oh, God, horizontal! No!
It's not that it doesn't stop the horizontal. It's just,
Yeah.
it's parabolic.
Yeah.
Oh! It will work!
The gravitational drag is what's being affected, not the lateral motion.
Yeah.
I don't know. What does that even
Diamondback
mean?
has his loot out. He's ready.
Yeah. You guys keep flying. I want you to make another set of perception checks, please.
Damn it.
Not bad.
16.
Ooh,
18.
that's not bad at all. 22.
22.
Yeah.
Alright. With that, you're fairly confident that you're keeping a close eye all around, keeping an ear out, and trying to drown out what is or isn't. Anything that could pertain to it all. You're still pushing forward. I'd like for you guys to make just a general intelligence check.
Well,
Intelligence is not one of my strong suits.
Well.
Intelligence. 12.
Dirty 20.
yeah.
Dirty 20, 12, 12.
Yay.
Diamondback, you're running through your head. If this guy jumped onto a boat long before Zabrak and Gelbin had come up, this person might be further. If they stayed on the boat, they will probably be further down the river, way further down
Mhm.
than what you guys might be trying to attempt.
Yeah.
Pursuing does sound like a good idea if you want to keep a hot pursuit, but it might be more of a couple days
Yeah.
trying to find and catch and track.
Yeah, when we get him, we can like flip the boat, and then we can like dunk in the water. And if he doesn't give the answers, we put him back in the water, hold him, and we bring him back up and be like, "You got top fucker!" And if he doesn't, you put him back in the water. That's what we're gonna do, right? I think it'll be a great plan. He won't even see it coming. Oh, in the water! Oh my gosh, Bree can be in the water, and oh my gosh.
All right. Well, let's. I ain't ever been one to jump immediately to torture. Let's just see how it goes first. But yeah, I like that you're thinking outside the box. Point being, we're camping tonight anyway, but lead he's got on us. I'd say keeping forward's the best call. Any luck tomorrow morning, Howard and Hal will be back up to full and might be able to get in contact with one of us, can kind of coordinate with what's going on.
Hey, didn't we have those stones to talk to each other?
Ah, shit, didn't we?
Oh, damn it.
What?
Well, remember those stone things for talking?
I
She
didn't
just
think
blinks
I
at you.
had. You have one? Because I
Me?
don't remember taking one.
I don't have one.
I don't have one.
Well then, let's hope Howard and Hale want to talk to us again.
If we're not back by morning, presumably they'll worry enough to check on Spleen at least.
I don't have
What?
one either. I just have the spell.
Well, I think we're the most capable people to do this job.
I agree.
Yeah. With your mushrooms and your singing and my dashing good looks and muscles, we got this.
That
You're
does
the
make for quite a team.
the perfect trifecta. But seriously, should we start getting closer to the ground before we fall?
At that moment,
What?
yeah.
Horizontal!
Fully expecting this,
Flying squirrel!
Diamondback just strums out, and I'm free! Free fall! And then cast Feather Fall on all three of us. Been holding on to that since you cast the spell.
Oh man.
With a big ass grin on his face, he rips off Tom Petty and just lets
Yeah.
us all float gently to the ground.
As the sonic frequencies break this tension in the air, everyone feels a light lift, lofting their flying, floating forms.
Oh shit.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming you guys are still over water, right?
I was staying over land.
I'm on like the shore because I want to not lose the river.
I was, I guess, furthest into the river, so kind of
Yeah.
went back.
As you start getting closer and closer, I can say that you will be able to guide yourself in your fall. Kind of like it's basically you're parachuting. So you're still like you're falling, yes, but you're still able to guide yourself a little bit. So
Like just like doing the run in the air, just like flipping around. Starfishing. Whee.
I love that one. Gets me out of so many bits of trouble with guards. I mean, what?
I always wondered why you jumped off of high ledges.
eventually you guys start coming closer to the ground. Spleen, Diamondback, you land onto the rocky shores and shoals. It is kind of heavily thatched with forest, with the trees kind of hanging over. You find a little bit of a clearing. Yemmer, where are you landing, or were you attempting to?
Well, I'm trying to get over to them as well, but
Just like we collide and it just like goes in different
Like
like
two
rocks in
blimps.
space.
It's a frictionless spot. It's frictionless.
in space.
Yeah, rocks in space.
I'd like for you to roll a d12, please.
Oh, a D12. Oh, mixing it up. I have one of those. Come on, don't do me dirty. That's a 10.
You
That's a
don't even
10.
know what number dirty is.
That's
Yeah.
You maintain your course and you start coming closer into the shoreline. You just pull up a little bit short, so you get a little bit of your boots wet, about ankle high,
Oh,
and the water is freezing.
well, definitely going to have to try these out next to the fire.
Yeah.
We're having a fire, right?
Rapid fire.
Good.
The shoreline area is definitely rocky, and what looks to be a large like hill of erosion. So like a giant cutout of land that the water had eroded back is staring right in front of you. So you are kind of in like just not so much as an alcove area, but it like if you decided to camp right there, you could do it. It may not be comfortable,
Oh,
but
you
you'd
let
be
me
able to do
worry
it.
about comfort.
Okay.
Mm.
I will let you worry about comfort.
Yeah, while you're doing that, I'm just gonna check the area, sniff out any sort of unique smells, any sort of predators. Just make sure there's no like bears nearby.
You start doing that,
Raccoons.
and back at Castle Menestad.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile.
meanwhile on Mount Doom.
Yeah.
Meh. Howard, what are you up to? You're in the middle of a conversation with Jarrock, because I'm assuming you were going to go right to him,
Mm-hmm.
and you just explained everything that kind of happened.
Bring Hal along, and Remind me, what was Elris's specialization?
Elris is. Now I gotta look that up. It has been way too long since I've gone.
Yeah.
Being a baby boy,
Yeah.
baby.
Uh,
Small bean.
Artifact specialist.
yes,
Yep.
he was
Jarok
artifact,
was
while
planar.
Jarok was extraplanar.
Yep. So we're just gonna go to Jarok.
Yeah, history and artifact. That was his specialty within his archivist line of work. And Jarog, looking at you, we were holding tuning fork, a universal tuning fork.
Or Orland wasn't sure. That's what he was starting to look into when, you know.
That's true. That's true. One brings a person or a group of people. A lot of them can bring a giant. And if it's universal, depending on
Anywhere.
where they want to go. Oh,
Yeah. Elris is still. I don't want to bug him with questions about this soon. But when he's better, we should probably talk to him about any figures of significance that he might know of that have been locked away or something. In, like, planar locked away. I didn't pay much attention in history class. I don't know what kind of shit is out there.
you just see this. Jarok's eyes are just wide and kind of like staring off into nothing, kind of just processing everything that's coming. We need to tell Flemish.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Kind of stands tall, kind of readjusts his composure. Right, let's do this. Kind of walks forward with a.
And I start trying to keep up with him at my half speed.
He like bumps into a wall, like he's like going crooked. And he's like boom.
Yup. Like falling asleep walking.
Yeah,
nope, I'm fine.
Halcyon kind of holds you up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It, like grabs you, holds you up.
It's like a drunk friend.
Yeah. Come on now. Let's go. Basically making him C-3PO.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you guys walk up to Flemish and he's still with a couple of the scribs trying to get a lot of the information that had happened together and whatever sort of notes that they had on them more compiled and understanding what was saved during this whole endeavor. He looks up and you see like the tiredness on his red dragonborn face. Looks up. Ugh. It's been a long night. What have you guys been up to?
Talking to Orland with the help of one of the Soul Weavers.
Talked. Oh.
Briefly.
Oh. Oh.
And what he was last working on doesn't sound good. Especially considering we've lost the lockets.
What? Orland didn't talk to me about any of this stuff. He seemed very laser focused on all this.
Uh,
And honestly, I was busy trying to maintain chaos, order in the chaos of the scribs. You know how that is.
Yeah, he thinks that they were tuned to an infinite number of planes.
Infinite number of planes?
He wasn't sure, but that's what he was starting to look at.
That's his leading theory. Orland's been pretty good with off the cuff theories. Of course, he's been known to be wrong, and well, let's just be honest, he's crazy antics don't help him at all, but didn't. I don't like that. What if you thought these things were tuned infinitely, generally, and then we lost them?
Yeah.
That's not. Give me a second. Around. See his eyes light up. He takes his left hand, his pointer finger. Tell you what Cobalt knows now.
Good. I'm burnt out on being able to contact people today.
Sounds like you guys had a rough night.
Yeah, it was. He's still covered in soot. Like,
Yeah.
he hasn't even stopped long enough to let Hal prestidigitate him, other than being passed the fuck out.
Jarrock looks over. I know I'm at this point here, the leading expert on this, but if there are more lockets that are tuned like that, and the possibilities are infinite. A group of people with one could go through and go anywhere at any time. That's just one. Imagine if you grabbed a whole bunch together. There have been theories and whatnot about cities being able to do that. It's only been theories, but if they're all that powerful, things could be teleported out or
In.
teleported in. That's, I mean, that's a very long shot. It takes a lot of magic to do.
We don't know
That's-
how many lockets exist yet.
You said you found one, right?
Yeah.
Where?
Was one of the ones that was taken. But I might know where another one is.
Where would that be? Halsterian points up. That might be with my great, great, great. Jarrock, you're fucking serious.
I don't
Ultras?
even know if he still has it or what he was doing with it. That was months ago we gave it to him, I think. Well, we'll have to go ask him.
Everything's going on too long. I can't think of shit anymore. I need a drink. Flemish looks up. I think we all need a drink. Just looks up, breathes in, and in this bellowing voice, he just yells out, I'm not gonna yell it. He just yells out, all right, everybody. We've been working too hard on this. We need to rest. We need a drink. We're gonna go find a place. Let's go. And a lot of the soul weavers that are up and just like, oh, doesn't sound like a bad idea, but we have a lot of people to work with here. Violet Fury comes up. You're right. We do need a drink. Everybody, wrap up. Let's do this. Back at the camp, you guys have already set up the camp, have a fire going, and Yimmer, your boots and your wiggly toes are near the fire.
It's like socks with like at the one like hole where the big toe is sticking out of.
Yeah, you got the gnarled big toe with the toenail just like stuck out an inch.
I've been telling you to trim that, man.
Well, we haven't gone to a proper place. I'm not going to do that myself.
I mean, what are you getting spell components out of that thing?
Oh.
Do not use that as an idea.
Oh,
Well,
You're hitting all the classics tonight, Tom.
you say that, but you've already said that. You can't unsay it. So, here we are.
And as long as you toss it at the enemy and not me.
Yep. Wouldn't dream of it.
Spleen, you just come back and you caught yourself after about an hour of waiting. You recognize that there were a couple of rabbits that were
Mhm.
kind of doing their late harvesting and grazing,
Mhm.
and you had successfully trapped and snared them. You're back, and
Great. Yeah. Go ahead and skin them. Get that fur. Ooh, yeah, soft.
Are you still able to talk to animals during this?
No, it's gone. 10 minutes are gone. Hi, little buddy. Come here, little buddy. Fucking come here. No, that's gone. No, it's gone. I mean, I can cast it again. It's gonna take me another.
it's the weirdest sight, Diamondback. But you see Spleen hunting a rabbit, and as soon as it goes for the kill, you hear the rabbit scream, and Spleen scream with it.
Bacon dinner is served.
Come back with the rabbits. I did a thing. I need to use this more often.
It's
All right,
effective.
well, while we're settling in, I pull out a deck. Who's for a round of 3 dragon?
What's that?
You ever played 3 dragon ante before?
No, I've never played with a dragon. And those things in your hand.
Well, and he starts like kind of just shuffling them all fancy like. A game of chance, but also a game of being able to read and manipulate your opponents. Basically, and he kind of like takes a few cards out and flashes them. Most of these cards are dragons. Some of them are common folk that have abilities. you want to try and make the strongest flight of dragons possible. You normally put in gold, but among friends, I tend to play just for pride and fun. Whoever has the strongest flight wins the hand. If you're playing for gold, you play until somebody's got everybody else's coin and everyone else runs out. Among friends, you play until a certain agreed number of one hands, and well, among everybody, you generally play until the first person gets punched in the face.
I like this.
Oh, you might.
I like this. So I. Oh, okay. She cracks her knuckles.
And, I mean, you
No.
don't start by punching people in the face. Usually that happens
Oh.
after I cheat somebody really wealthy out of a whole bunch of money. Then the punching happens. That's why I started learning how to swing a sword around. It makes it a lot tougher to get in arguments with me.
Oh. Okay. All right. Well then, let's play.
All right. So I'll set up a kind of like open hand round to start off. It's not really for much, where he sort of goes around and explains the game.
Yeah, she's just Russian squatting.
Yeah.
Watching.
All right now. Like I said, usually among friends, I just play for pride. But if you're feeling like you got the hang of this, do you want to play for some coin?
Sure.
All right. Yimmer?
Just letting you know, I'm not stealing from this one.
Oh, that's all right. You can steal all you want, as long as you let me cheat.
Oh, I always let you cheat. It's just normally I
What?
take gold from them while they're playing with you and getting
No.
distracted, but I'm not going to do that this time
Yeah.
because I think she will kill me.
Is
I
a good.
wouldn't kill you. I like you too much.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, it really depends on what you do, though.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Lots of people say they'd never think of killing me until they do, and it's usually
So
after I've done something.
Oh.
we'll call it at no cheating and no stealing then. Let's say nice light pot, 10 silver each.
Okay.
She just like puts a handful. She's like,
I think, yeah.
Isn't Spleen still broke as fuck?
What? No, I got muns.
Okay.
How much?
A good amount.
There you go. I was gonna say, don't you dare say an amount because I'm pretty sure you don't know your numbers.
I know.
Yeah.
There's like little cute symbols here. Who knows?
That was just the gold that you melted down.
Yeah. We gained back some.
Ah,
It depends on how you play. Remember, it's not just about the cards in your hand, it's about how you manipulate your opponents into thinking you got better cards than you really do. Or worse cards than you really do to make them bet more.
Wait.
she already looks confused.
I think you may have just broken spleen.
Yeah, we do like a warm up.
All right, sure thing. One round, closed hands, so keep your cards hidden from me. And no bet on this one. We're just going to see who plays best.
Okay.
So, JT, do you still want me to run the gambling side of things, or?
No, you run this, man. It's you're at this point you're kind of taking the control on it.
All right. So, basically, the way I usually do this in other D&D games, you can roll Persuade to see if you can convince your opponent of how good your cards are. You can roll Deception to bluff, or if you want to cheat, you can roll Sleight of Hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like she's not clever yet for the sleight of hand, so I think, I guess just start with persuasion.
All right. I rolled Deception.
Okay.
Yep, you in?
Yeah, why not? Since I'm not stealing anything. Yeah, And I'm just rolling one of the three?
Yep. Persuade, deception, or sleight of hand if you want to cheat.
Do I tell you?
You can.
This is so good.
Okay.
So I rolled an 11. 3. Okay.
Wow. What did they do? I mean, it's so good.
I rolled a 17.
17. Nice. Well, shit. You had better cards than me. So, if we had bet anything that round, all the coin bet would have gone to Yimmer. Now, even though my cards were absolute shit, I was trying to convince you they weren't. You see how that works?
And I cheated. That's how I won.
JT, can you look at my coin amount and just subtract what you think I should lose? Because I just put a handful in.
Oh my god, here we
Just
now I gotta compensate what it's like just what is a spleen hand?
well,
A handful of spleen.
well, she knows that we're starting little, so she
Yeah.
wouldn't be like,
Yeah, well, I mean,
Should
like
we,
that,
like-
that round was no money.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
no
that was a
money.
practice.
Okay, well, get ready, JT. Have it open.
All right.
Whatever
got it
I
open.
grab.
I'm ready.
All right. So now, among the three of us who are playing, do we want to reveal what kind of roll we're making? Or do we want to keep it on the DL?
Ooh.
The only
Well, how
caveat
does it work
being,
with DL?
on the DL, basically, you just choose whichever one you want to do, and you go with the higher roll. However, if you cheat, and your roll is not the highest, you're found out.
Oh,
So basically, if you cheat and you don't get the highest roll, honor system, you admit out of character that you cheated, and in character, suffer any consequences.
Oh.
okay. I will take a few rounds because this is actually real life me. It takes me a while to actually understand gambling shit. I'm like, oh.
All right.
All right, so Diamondback's going to start the pot with a single piece of silver.
Okay.
And you can ante up, or you can choose to fold, or you can raise.
I will try and make it similar. So, okay.
Yep. So toss
So-
one silver in.
Okay, so I will match
Yep.
what it looks like.
Yep.
So that won't be accurate.
And I will do the same.
Awesome.
But handful ones, it's all you, JT, if I go handful.
All right, so we got a pot of 3 silver. Choose your stats. Make your rolls.
Okay.
22.
Nice. Bling.
A 4?
28 on deception.
Ooh.
But mine's a sleight of hands. 4?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So,
I just like this grab.
No,
Yeah.
3.
So-
It's not how. See, notice how you didn't see.
Don't look.
It's hard not to look when you're just doing it in front of us.
Very much like a child trying to do their first magic trick with sleight of hand. It very
like I
much comes
throw-
off as sloppy, and it's very amusing watching a goblin doing that, where it's like,
Yeah. I like turn around to hide it, but I'm like actually showing my hand.
Yeah. See, that's I like where your instincts are at, Spleen, but as I rake in my 3 silver.
Yeah.
But you got to be a little more subtle about it. Remember when I swiped that pen off of you?
Yeah.
Didn't even notice it was happening, right? The same, and he starts shuffling with the intention of kind of slipping a good card up his sleeve. It's the same with cards.
I'd like for you to
5.
make a sleight of hand check, please.
Thank you.
Perception.
And yeah, perceptions between the both of you.
So that's a 13 off of a natural 2.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I definitely saw it.
6.
24.
Nice.
I let it
Oh,
happen.
That's another
Yeah.
natural one for me. That was 2 in a
Yeah.
row.
Oh,
And so I
no.
kind of shuffle it around. And I sort of wink at Yimmer. And I say to Spleen, "You see what I did?
I blinked. Do it again.
Oh, it's all good. Just deal the cards out."
I just kind of like pat my ass area just to make sure that nothing. He didn't do anything to my ass.
As you guys start shuffling the cards and start dealing out, the rest of the night starts happening just like that, where
Oh, I love
it's a
it.
learning experience for Spleen. She
Yeah.
loses a handful of gold.
Okay, just
Silver.
subtract it out. Oh, just let me
Or
know
a
how
handful,
much
a
it is.
handful of silver, just as a friendly bet between the both. Yimmer and Diamondback have pretty good hands when they start facing each other and start playing
I'm
the game
watching.
for realsies in front.
Yeah.
It's amusing and amazing from Spleen's point of view, but the night starts getting colder and colder, and the fire starts dimming down throughout the evening. Do you guys take watches or?
Yeah.
As we start getting settled down to bed, put the deck away, slip the Tiamat out of my sleeve to show Spleen, and then put it back into the deck. And then
Oh, it was colorful.
right, and then I play a little song. I've been through Coriara, down to Anver where I've been, following these roads all by myself. When I finally stop my wander, and when I come home again. Has anybody out there seen my elf? And I cast Tiny Hut.
No.
Oh,
Working 9 to 5.
I know. Thank you. I was like, somebody do it. Somebody break the ice. Oh, I'm coming in. It's itching.
Yep. So yeah, we've got that for 8 hours. Basically nice, warm, cozy temperature.
Oh.
Kind of red tint, and basically making it so that only we can pass into and out of it.
Yep.
Take watches if we want, or we can just sleep until this thing vanishes.
Okay. And that very much happens. And
Yeah.
the night goes off without a hitch. Howard, you, Halsterian Elris does come back. Yeah, Elris. Okay. I keep forgetting. I keep switching the two. I'm like,
You're
is
like,
it the
wait,
right one?
wait. Yeah.
Yeah, so Elris does come back, and you, Jarok, all have a drink in the corner. Like all of you four have a drink in the corner. The classic boys are back, except for NC.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say they are back in town?
Technically,
When I say they're red hot, man, they were smoking.
we are indeed technically back in town, not at the castle.
The boys.
You see,
They are back.
you yelled at the bartender, Thin Lizzy, as. But the night is tiring, and you're exhausted. Everybody is exhausted from what has happened, and it seems like there's just a general peace, but a tension of air in the air. You eventually do find your rest, and you do rest well, all of you. When the night's air that has happened goes with it. The day rises. What is your general plans, all of you?
Sending a message to them. Y'all motherfuckers better be okay.
Who did you send it to?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who did you send it to?
Because-
That's a good question.
Do you
Just send
feel
it to
responsible
Matthew,
for
get
Spleen's
the
response?
feedback.
We're dead. We're doomed. Save us.
Probably Diamondback, because who knows what response I'll get from Spleen And I don't know if Yimmer is ever sober.
Yeah. You're like
I love it.
taking some sort of like high trip. He's tripping out or something. It's just like, oh, the voices again.
Voice is back.
Like, they're back.
And that's all the message I get back. What?
And the voices are back, and then silence.
And I just like look at Hal confused as fuck.
No, you won't convince me to kill them again. It won't work this time. Like,
Oh man.
No, I'll shoot a message to Diamondback because Howard would have
reasons.
absolutely been like that during the night. People drinking and stuff. They're not back yet. They better be fucking okay. I'm gonna be mad at them. So I'll send a message to Diamondback. Well, I'm still tired. Y'all find anything?
And how many words do I get back?
25.
25. So,
I
well,
think.
yay. So, well, morning, Hal or Howard. We're doing all right. Got a good night's sleep. Played some cards. Following the river. Got some quarry. Hell of a head start, though.
Not hell of a head, and that's
hell
what
of a head. Well, you're traveling with spleen, you know.
Yeah, I just turned to
I gotta
turned to
go.
Halsterian like
leave.
Are they alive?
TMI.
Did they survive with spleen?
think they're alive. Well, they're definitely alive. I think they're on a trail, on pursuit of a trail, and Spleen may have already convinced one or both of them to
No.
you know, Spleen.
Oh, God. What are we going to do with that woman?
I mean, she's having fun. I can't really blame her. I hope they're okay afterward, but
Shit.
they're at least alive. And they'll know better now.
Thank God for that. The river crew, Little River Band. What are you guys up to?
Yimmer
Alright.
would definitely forage for all sorts of things.
All right, so you definitely spend your morning for foraging for mushrooms. Let me
Well,
go
not
look at
just
the
like
mushroom list.
Not just mushrooms, like all sorts of fauna and vegetation.
Yeah.
Sticky wick, fuzzy puffs. Fun stuff.
At this time of year, a lot of the foliage is either wet or dying, starting to decay. You're getting to the point of the autumn where it was nice when it started doing its change, but it's starting to really get into the decay part of the autumn.
The best mushrooms.
Yep.
Powerful ones.
You definitely find a good think right now. Find a good collection of King's Head mushrooms.
More King's Head. I already got one.
Yeah.
King's Head mushrooms. Bum, 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 bum.
And a couple of pleated cups.
Ooh, pleated cups.
Other than that, when it comes to the floral parts, you find a couple of thistles.
Ooh.
Yeah, you find a couple of thistles that are on the right side of being dry, and just you can snap them off, and have them to actually use for any sort of medicinal purposes. But you come back and everybody's ready to go. You guys start moving forward.
Gonna see if there's anything Like any bits of driftwood or like kindling we didn't get to last night that I could carve a little symbol into?
Yeah, like the fire is definitely. You see what's left of the charcoal
Hmm.
and a bit of the burning logs. You see like a half like stick, like a decent sized branch is what I'm.
Yeah.
That's been kind of half charred and burned on one side, and the other half doesn't look like it's been really touched at all.
All right. So yeah, I'm just going to carve as much as I can a little drawing of a snake into the more put together side of it and find somewhere to shove it that it'll hopefully be seen by Howard and Hal if they come follow our trail.
Mm-hmm. All right. You do that. You guys push forward. I'd like for all of you to either make. I want you to make survival checks, please.
Right.
Not bad.
Interesting. Survival.
Mm-hmm.
15.
16.
14.
Oh, look at us go.
You guys start pushing. You guys start pushing forward and heading down the river. The embankment right next to it can be difficult at times, but you end up finding a natural path all the way through, following the river. Hours go by and you're walking and just keeping a pace. How quickly are you moving?
Ain't worrying about stealth myself.
Yeah, no.
You're going to try and keep a normal pace, or you're going to try and move a bit quicker, trying to.
Probably. I would move a bit quicker, but still kind of keep an eye of the others if I'm getting too far.
So,
Yep.
kind of a light jog situation. A trot. A
Yep.
gallop.
A jump.
Halfway between Frodo and Sam leaving the Shire and Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli chasing after the
Oh
Uruk-hai.
my god.
Yeah.
I would say whatever terrain is easier.
Rohan, home of the horse lords.
Yeah, if the terrain is like difficult with a bunch of sticks and logs and trees in the way, let's go to a walk so we don't trip or hurt each other. But if there's like a clearing or a downhill, take advantage.
You definitely start following the river path, and or the natural kind of path that's been kind of created by the fauna of the local fauna.
Mhm.
Start following it through, and you get to parts where it starts veering off and coming back, and you guys are generally good at keeping orientation because all of you are more or less been born and raised within the wild. Well, Spleen for sure. The other two, I don't know. Yimmer's just weird enough to be that guy being like, I'm in the forest.
The vibe is like really nice this way, so I would go that way.
Yeah.
But pushing forward, eventually about 4 hours in, you come across a path that is humanoid made. And you look over closer to the riverside and you see a dock with a boat on. There's no signs of any ownership or housing anywhere.
Okay. I would like to everyone to freeze and kind of take a look at the areas if anybody is still nearby and listen out. Have my ears kind of listening.
Make perception checks, please.
Okay. Ooh. Thank goodness. 22.
11.
I still had my night vision on, so that's a 10.
Oh gosh. It's like a second lid, like lizards
Yeah, yeah.
Like-
For flavor, Yimmer's eyes were kind of a glowing green, kind of like that.
Cool.
You sure that wasn't from the mushrooms?
If it was real to me, it was real.
You're listening around and you're not seeing or hearing any signs of movement. You look at the ground. I'm kind of roping your survival check into this as well.
Mhm.
You're looking into the ground, seeing if there was any sort of recent footfalls, and doesn't look like this has been touched in a very long time.
Hmm. Like very long time as several days.
Hard to tell at this point. It looks like whatever weather has come through has diminished any sort of has diminished any sort of tracks. Given that's the case, there hasn't been any sort of like hard weathering in the last couple days or within the last like couple weeks.
Okay. Is there a rope tying that boat to the dock?
There is a rope.
Is the rope in good condition? Is it like it's been weathered around the post?
The boat looks like it's usable. Like everything generally looks in good shape. It doesn't look rotted or there's any sort of extreme damage or wear or tear. That looks like it's been used, but general good condition.
Mhm. Like, and the rope looks like it's like
It's
freshly tied, like the past couple of hours.
no. It looks like it's been there for a while. This isn't kind of like it's almost like a rowboat situation, but it's like
Mhm.
generally larger.
Mhm.
Kind of has like two side oars and then one like giant steer rudder at the back
Mm-hmm.
to kind of help navigate in case you get caught in a heavier,
Yeah.
like a heavier flow situation.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't think this is our boat.
I want. Oh man. Make a history check, all three of you, please.
Make a boat check, please.
Yeah, that's fine.
Boat history.
Oh, it looks like it was used being hewn by white oak. That's a
Yes.
good oak.
11.
11,
Dirty 20 from me.
30, 20,
8.
8. Diamondback. Although not from Falskallan, during your time here, you've heard stories of any sort of the rural farmers or the local boys always leaving a boat at a dock as a general sign of hospitality for anybody who wants to go out and go fishing.
Hmm.
It's generally as a if you need it, go use it. It's more or less kind of like the hospitality of we may not have much, but whatever we have is yours. And so the same thing applies to a boat. And especially if it's on an unmarked dock and there's no sign of civilization around. That's more or less the custom.
Mm-hmm.
It's just as long as it either gets returned to another dock as such. That's more or less what you're.
So, might not be the boat we're looking for, but could be helpful. They're there to use. As long as we see it's put back here or some other dock down the line, we ain't stepping on anybody's toes.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I mean, I don't know how to use this thing. Also,
Yeah.
Bree, look, water. I want to get you wet.
Yeah,
Bree
sure,
kind of
it's
starts
awesome.
frolicking in the water a little bit, just kind of like.
Mm-hmm. There's a little like, oh god, what are they called? When they do the growls and like the water just like.
Yeah.
I love it so much. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Honestly, I love the sound.
Yeah, you're so scary. That's right.
Things are gonna get bigger one day.
I hope so.
Yeah. Admittedly, I ain't got much in the way of sea legs either. Yim?
Oh, no, not at all. But luckily, this is a river, not a sea.
We're going with optimism. All right.
A what?
Well, you need sea legs when you're on the sea. But this isn't a sea, this is a river. And no one talks about river legs, so it should be okay.
I'm the responsible one here, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Well, let's get in the boat.
You guys get into the boat, and I mean, it's generally easy enough to know how to oar something.
Yeah, this or that.
Yeah. I would like for all of you. Oh man, like what do I make you roll for this?
Uh,
It's like at this point, you guys are going to be going and using this all day. So at this point, it would just be it'll be a constitution,
Okay.
constitution check just to see like the endurance of continually doing the same motion.
Oh.
So just as okay.
Yeah.
That's cocked.
Constitution.
Yeah,
Oh.
Diamondback really doesn't have much in the way of sea legs. That's an 8.
Mine's
That's a
okay.
7.
18.
Nice.
So Diamondback, Yimmer, you may be very dexterous in the way you do things, but when it comes to body physicality and repetitive motions, this is gonna be sore when you guys finally stop. You guys go down the river and you make up a hell of a lot more time than you would be of walking.
I can't feel my strumming arm.
Just stop. You're like, you're hurting me. Just watching you.
The day goes by, and during your time out, you still don't see any signs going on, but you feel like you've made a lot of distance, going through a lot. You've seen the definite changes in tree like the forestings, the trees, and how the embankments are all coming up and in. It goes from rocky to sand shoals, a couple of rapids that you easily miss because of how large this is. There are some points where the river starts shortening in, but it's still a good like 50 feet instead of a good 75 to 100. Still no sign. Garnom. Howard, you're hanging out in Castle Menestad, or what are you trying to do?
One of a few things. I'm not 100% sure what would be first yet. One, there's a few spells I need to learn from Alstarian. We need to go speak with his great grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
Check up on Elris, see how he's doing the next day. Alabel is out of town, right?
Alabel's in Onver, the last time you checked.
That's what I thought. Those are probably the first three things I can think of at the moment. The most pressing three things I can think of at the moment.
I figure we'll probably have Steve come in and do this conversation with Ultras.
Yeah,
So
same.
we can save that to the next episode.
Yeah. I could just spend time with him with spells for like the morning time, and we can continue that on when Hal's feeling better next week.
Yeah, for sure. You spend your mornings, you start doing your studying, getting your spells up and ready, and copying and transfer of other spells. And that takes up the majority of your day, just all of that, trying to figure anything like that. You were sticking around. You trying to stick around Castle Menestad, or are you where would you logically be for this?
How is the castle looking after the next day? After the night?
After the night, the flames have definitely subsided. It's still like not smoking, but there's smoldering. So there's like wisps of flame. There are wisps of heavier smoke still coming out, kind of being aired out. You
And it's
see,
still standing?
yeah, it's still standing. It is a solid stone castle. It's gonna take a lot to try and bring things down. You need siege weaponry to
Okay.
really do any serious damage to this, but flames that had been spread wouldn't be enough to even dent what this could do to a castle of stone.
Okay.
You come up to the castle and you're kind of sitting in one of the courtyards just doing your thing with Hal, and kind of hear in the background Berwick kind of saying his orders, getting back and forth, and you hear Fury, Pinmo kind of just still walking around getting things sorted and whatnot. Berwick definitely is going into the castle first and making sure that it is safe and ready to go. And that's just kind of how the day generally goes. It's a lot of movement and everything like that moving. For the sake of brevity, the next day happens. Little River Band.
Hanging over the boat, like, ugh, I hate it here.
Yeah. You're still going down the river.
Rolling. Sorry, I won't go into Proud Mary now.
You guys actually find a nice stream. Like the river flow is flowing rather well, but there's always a point where there's like just a natural faster flow. You guys seem to ride that and ride right through.
Mhm.
Third day down.
You're so far.
Yep. Third day. I'd like for all of you to make perception checks.
We're getting that jewelry.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Not
Ooh,
For a grand
19.
total of 26.
damn.
Nice.
Mm.
19.
19.
damn.
Nice.
You guys are persistent. Y'all got the bling eyes, bling vision.
I know. Mm, my girlfriend.
You are consistent, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah. Everything. Every time you go to the bathroom.
Lord.
Oh,
You say that too.
Right.
Toilet humor aside,
Uh-huh.
I am a proper DM.
The most proper. Ooh.
You get back onto the boat and you find a stream, and you're flying right down the river as well as fast as a stream will bring you. Always keeping an eye out and where everything is. You see a docked boat on one of the shorelines. You're not too sure how far you guys have come since Menestad, but you look over and you see like it's seemingly out of place. Normally, if there's any sort of fisherman out or anything like that, It's like usually by a dock. This is random.
Well, that looks a little out of place.
It seems like something I would do. If I was trying
Exactly
to-
my point.
Thank you.
Yeah, stay unpredictable, spontaneous. We won't see anything coming. All right, let's go. Row. Wait, which way do I row again?
I think that way. No.
Another
Your
10
other.
minutes go by, and you guys finally figure out how to land the boat.
It's hard to do it at the same time.
You land the boat, and you see. I want you to make survival checks, please.
I'm a survivor.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away. That's a natural 1.
Oh no.
Good.
Did you
Give
say
it to
survival?
me.
Not on survival.
Yeah.
19.
17.
Cool. So I'm just rolling dice for the sake of it.
I was like, what's
Oh,
happening?
there's the
Roll for
natural one.
initiative.
followed
You
by
got
dice.
natural one. You guys get ambushed. There's 15 moles that just come right up.
Moles?
I hate moles.
Always
You
knew it
got
would end this
nothing.
way.
Back on the boat. Back on the boat. No, you land the boat and you notice a pair, like just a singular set of footprints that lead off into. Yeah, that lead off into the forest.
I think we got him, boys.
Yeah, as long as he's not meeting up with anyone else, the odds seem to be in our favor.
Yep. They do look relatively fresh. Given that there's a bit of dried mud in around some of the footsteps, you kind of gather that you might be half a day, maybe 3/4 of a day behind.
Okay. Before we move into that direction, Splade's gonna look around and get a good look of the terrain.
And so the terrain you see right now is definitely heavier in birch than it would be anything else. It's again, like there are sporadic thickets
Mm-hmm.
of bush and like moss covered rocks. It's definitely rougher terrain. It's not rough terrain, but
Gotcha. Yeah, she's just making note of it if we need to retrace our steps.
yep. And so there's a lot of it looks very intermingled and melded well together. So there's not a lot of distinguishing factors to it other than you're right by the river.
Mm-hmm.
That's your biggest landmark, honestly.
Yeah. And then probably like certain rapids points
Yeah.
in the river that look familiar.
Rapid points, little estuaries, little streams that shoot off. Well,
Yeah.
actually, that lead into
Mm-hmm.
the river itself.
Yeah.
Streams and smaller creeks.
Okay. All right. All right, we're good.
Mhm.
All right. We want to do this quiet or loud?
We've been loud for a bit. Let's go quiet.
All
I'd like
right.
all of you to make stealth checks, please.
Doo-doo, doo-doo.
Nice. 24.
Nice. Yimmer,
16.
15. Diamondback,
10.
10.
Uh,
There they
Okay.
are.
Yeah.
Queen, you're right at home. This feels like right back to when you were with the goblin tribes, stalking and hunting prey for food for the clan. You meld in, and even though there's a lot of the orange and yellow leaves on the ground, you know how to step just to make just enough noise not to. And so you start walking, and Yimmer, you can follow suit quite well. Diamondback, you're having a hard time trying to figure all this out. You guys start pushing ahead. Howard, Elris is awake. It took him a hard day of recovery afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So you're in one of the Soul Weaver hospitals right now, kind of looking over him. A couple of the nurses walking by, just kind of double checking. He's a part of like one of the like what is it, like the World War, not the World War II, but like just the military style like lined. Uh,
The like triage.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the word I'm looking for. He's up. "Huh, yeah. Hey Goose, how's it going?
How you feeling, buddy?
Apparently, I fainted.
Mm-hmm.
That was that was scary. What that was. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was scary.
Yeah, that was a lot rougher than we were hoping it would be.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was just working, and then I saw blood. I saw a scary looking half orc guy, and there was fire everywhere. And I was like, "What do I do? I don't know what to do." And I went black from there. I don't know what happened.
Orland was stabbed. Garnom was a traitor. Apparently. The others are in pursuit right now. Hopefully we'll catch him, but Orland found that well thinks that thought, I guess, that the lockets may be connected to an infinite number of planes. Mm.
Uh,
Mm.
uh, I don't. What?
Yeah. It's Jock thinks that if enough of them are gathered together, something very large could be moved from one plane to another. I don't know if anything comes to your mind from history of something or someone or s- creature, city. I don't know.
Uh,
That they might have reason for trying to move.
I mean, it almost sounds like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know. In history, from what I remember or what I've studied, I mean, there's been theories. There's always been stories and fairy tales of cities being able to move, shift, shift from plane to plane, in case of danger or emergency. That was always that was just fairy tale, something like that. But I mean, given the magics that we have, it's possible. We've never, we've never been able to do that. But I mean, anything extra on our side? I don't. I mean, that's a lot. I need to
Yeah, I
go.
know.
That's a lot.
I don't expect you to have any ideas right off the top of your head. I
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know.
That's, I need to. I need to go back to Anver.
Are you up for it?
Maybe he starts trying to get up and kind of just leans back and kind of blacks out.
Maybe take a bit of rest for a few days.
He's actively snoring. He actually he fainted again.
Yep, I guess I didn't need to tell him.
You head back to Castle Menestad with Hal, and you see a group of guards come back. It's not so. They're looking very weird, like battle worn, as if they've gone up against a forest fire.
Hmm.
And there was a lot more of them before.
Hmm.
They kind of walk into the castle. Yeah.
I just kind of make note of it.
Now back to Riverbend. You guys are following these tracks. It's definitely whoever had made these was definitely not trying to hide or do anything to try and conceal their movements. It's fairly easy to follow this. Snapped twigs and branches, heavier footfalls and steps. You kind of lose it because of the rocky terrain. Sometimes it goes in from like a real muddy setting into the rock, and you kind of follow up, and then you reacquire the tracks and you follow through. It is a bright day, and you're kind of climbing up a hill right now. And it's been a long run, and you kind of stepped away from where the river was. So it's kind of like kind of feel like you're really climbing at this point. Higher and higher up. You guys start moving forward. And all you hear is it's like very concussive.
What does it sound like? Does it sound like walking or like
No, it's very concussive. It's like almost like a booming concussion.
oh gosh, oh, what the hell? Like drums?
No, you've heard drums before, and doesn't sound like a drum.
Mm. Is it wings? Like flying, heavy wings?
Knowing that
No.
I've
What the hell
been
is that?
having trouble stealthing, I'd like to attempt to hide if I could.
Yeah, make a stealth check. Again.
Natural one.
Oh,
Oh,
my
buddy.
gosh.
I find a leaf.
You hide behind a thin tree.
Yeah.
Chill out.
You hear these sounds of concussion, and you're like, oh, oh shit, I need to hide. You step behind a tree and you step on one of the branches that has like been perfectly dried and
Just
these sounds still continue. And they sound like they're really, really far away.
If that was like a freaking bear or like maybe a dragon, you'd be dead. That was not cool.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, do any of you two know what that sound is? Because I have no idea.
I'd like for all of you to make a history.
Oh, I'm so great at that.
My favorite.
Oh, okay.
Hey, that's better.
A 12.
On
That's
the
a
other
1.
hand, 18.
Diamondback. Concussions like this, you've definitely heard before and felt within the heart, like within the heart of your chest. You've been close to a lot of these noisemakers before. They sound like cannons.
Yeah. Well, somebody somewhere nearby doing an awful lot of shooting with some real big guns.
Anything around here? Like, should there be big guns?
Yeah, search me, I ain't got a map.
When we looked at a map, was it I'm just going off Outlander. You have excellent memory for maps and geography.
Yeah.
If we like were looking at that one map with the ley lines, I was just kind of looking over. Well, I kind of like think of maybe a figure of a city, not really remembering what it was, but just maybe a general figure that there's one nearby.
Without any point of reference, it's hard to tell how far you've gone down the Almond River. The
Mm-hmm.
Almond River, sorry. Um, you know that the city of Lumengai is at the mouth that leads into the sea. But that's about it.
Okay.
Well, should we keep going?
Yeah. Are they fighting something? Or somebody? Bodies?
I
I'm
mean, I've
guessing.
known folk in some parts to use some kind of a loud noise to mark out time of day, but sounds too regular unless some of the cities here keep more hours than any others do.
Okay. Let's go. Either we figure out what that noise is or we find our guy.
My thoughts exactly.
You guys continue to follow the tracks that lead up the hill. You keep climbing, and as soon as you reach the crest of the hill, you look over the city that is being waylaid by a bunch of ships in the water. Lots of brigantines, smaller ships, all with a black flag on them, with a white hand on the standard.
The big river.
You see this city retaliating back, firing back. You just see and hear the cacophony of what looks to be cannon fire firing
ears.
back and forth, back and forth. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
You bitch! I'm not there! Fuck!
Becca's gonna silently say, Howard, if you want to message me anytime soon, this would be pretty opportune.
Wait.
Oh.
I recognize that
Yeah.
symbol.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I recognize the significance of it.
Yuma doesn't know shit.
I don't remember if I've mentioned to Spleen anything about that symbol.
I just know the orcs.
Mm-hmm. I think I did.
I want to thank D&D Beyond for sponsoring us tonight, and I want to thank all of you guys for sticking around for this episode. Just want to remind you that I'm going on vacation next week, so there will be no game, but in 2 weeks' time,
Right.
there should be another game. Keyword should. Let's see how well I... Well, with
Life
that,
happens. But
life happens. Also, Canadian Thanksgiving, so I might be overstuffed with that.
Have fun.
I can't do a Wednesday night game. Too stuffed from the weekend.
Yeah, food coma. Really bad food coma.
Really
Oh,
bad
yeah.
food coma. But with that,
Leftovers coma.
we're still in the middle of a pandemic.
Hmm.
You gotta keep your social distancing. You gotta wash your hands. You gotta not be a dick. And, just love and care for each other. I mean, it's the biggest thing we can do right now. But, hope you guys have a good couple weeks without us. And do you dare to imagine? You have yourselves a good night.
Have you ever fought a dragon and stormed its mountain lair? Have you ever killed a vampire and seen the evil in its lair? Have you ever sought adventure and couldn't find it anywhere? Well, here's the answer to your call. We're gonna die of it. Adventure Company. Come leave behind all your cares. Come with me and see what's out there. If you wanna be a hero or a demon in disguise, if you wanna steal a spaceship and sail across the endless skies, if you wanna live a story and you're down to have some fun, come on and join the Dire Bears. There's a game for everyone. Come leave behind all your cares. Come with me and see what's out there.